Hello, English learner friends. Welcome back to Talk EMA, your cozy place where you can learn easy English through real-life conversations and slowly improve your life at the same time.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jack, and today we want to start with a very honest and familiar picture that many people experience.
Imagine this moment very clearly in your mind.
You are holding your phone in your hand.
And you are about to open your banking app.
Yes, that small moment when you check your money.
When you open that app, what is the first feeling you notice inside your body?
Do you feel relaxed and calm?
Do you feel curious about your balance?
Or do you feel a small feeling of worry, like a quiet voice saying, "Oh no"?
For many people, the feeling is closer to, "oh no," than to, this feels good.
And that situation is actually very interesting.
Many people are educated and intelligent.
Many people work hard every day.
They are responsible and serious about their jobs and their families.
Many people work hard every day. They are responsible and serious about their jobs and their families.
But when the topic becomes money, many people suddenly feel confused or uncertain.
They feel like they do not fully understand what is happening with their money.
And sometimes they even feel nervous to check their own bank account. Jack, you also experienced this feeling before, right?
Yes, I definitely experienced that feeling.
Even though you studied finance and understood money in theory.
That is correct.
You could talk about financial topics in exams and classes.
Yes, but in real life, when it came to my own money, I did not always feel calm.
That is a very honest experience.
And I think many listeners will recognize that feeling.
That is exactly why we want to talk about this topic today.
Today we want to discuss the difference between two situations.
The first situation is when you pass exams and learn financial terms.
The second is when you truly understand your own money in daily life.
In English, there is a phrase for this ability.
The phrase is financial literacy.
Financial literacy means understanding how money works in your everyday life.
It means knowing how money moves in and out of your bank account.
It also means feeling calm and in control of your finances.
Financial literacy is not just about learning complicated financial vocabulary.
It is about building simple habits that help you manage your money better.
The good news is that you do not need a finance degree to become financially literate.
You only need simple habits and small actions that you repeat regularly.
These small habits can slowly change the way you think about money.
They can also help you feel more confident and safe with your finances.
So today's episode is not about becoming a millionaire in 30 days.
We are not talking about fast money or lucky jackpots.
Instead, we're talking about simple habits that actually work in real life.
Today, we will share 8 small money habits.
These habits are often not taught in schools.
But they can slowly change how comfortable and secure you feel about money.
And of course, we will talk about these ideas in English that you can actually use.
This episode is designed for B2 level English learners.
That means the language will be a little richer and more natural.
But we will still speak clearly and explain important vocabulary.
When we introduce a new word, we will explain it the first time.
And we will repeat important ideas so they are easier to understand.
If you are a strong B1 learner, you can also stay and listen with us.
Some parts may feel a little challenging.
But those challenges are how your English becomes stronger.
You can always listen to the episode again later.
And each time you listen, you will understand a little more.
Another important thing to remember is this.
Even if money feels stressful or scary for you,
This episode is not only about numbers and calculations.
it's also about your peace of mind.
It is about feeling calmer and more confident in your daily life.
So do not run away just because we mentioned the topic of money.
Stay with us, take a breath, and listen calmly.
We will walk through these ideas slowly together.
Before we begin the main discussion, we have a small request.
If you enjoy learning English through real and meaningful topics like this,
Please like this episode and subscribe to the channel.
you can also share this episode with a friend.
Maybe that friend also feels stressed or confused about money.
And we also have a small reflection challenge for you.
In the comments, we want you to complete 2 sentences.
The first sentence is very simple. When I open my banking app, I feel.
Then you can add your honest feeling.
Maybe you feel nervous.
Maybe you feel confused.
Maybe you feel proud of your savings.
Or maybe you feel motivated to improve your finances.
Then add one more sentence.
The sentence is, one money habit I want to learn this year.
You can be honest, funny, or serious.
It is completely okay to say you feel scared or unsure about money. This community is a safe place for learning.
When you write your comment, you practice your English.
But you also take a small step toward understanding your personal money story.
Near the end of this episode, we will also have a calm word tour.
In that part, we will review useful vocabulary related to money.
We will explain those words slowly with simple examples.
That way, you can actually use them when talking about money in your real life.
So stay with us until the end.
You will improve both your English skills and your financial vocabulary.
But first, let's begin with a personal story from me.
This story explains how Jack could speak the language of finance in exams.
But still felt nervous when opening his own banking app.
I think many listeners will recognize this experience.
Yes, it is a very common situation.
So, Jack, take us back to that moment.
Let's imagine that situation again.
What was going through your mind when you opened your banking app in those days? I remember one moment very clearly from the past.
It was a Friday, and I had just received my monthly salary.
That should normally feel like a happy moment.
Yes, I opened my banking app to check my balance.
And then you saw the number on the screen.
I looked at the balance and suddenly thought, wait, why is this number already so low?
That must have felt confusing.
It felt almost like someone else had been spending my money.
Many people know that feeling very well.
Yes, that moment when you think, who spent all this money?
And then you slowly realize the truth.
Yes, the truth is that it was me spending that money all along.
The difficult part is not only that the money is gone.
The scary part is that you cannot clearly explain where it went.
Even though you are educated and responsible.
Yes, I had a good university degree.
And you also worked in a serious professional job.
But inside, I still did not feel financially literate.
That is an important phrase.
Financial literacy means truly understanding how money works in your everyday life.
It is not only about knowing financial formulas or big economic words.
It is about understanding what money comes into your life.
And what money goes out of your life.
And also understanding why that money moves the way it does.
On paper, you looked like a person who understood money.
But in real life, I often felt confused and stressed about my finances.
I think many people listening today will recognize that feeling.
They are not lazy people.
And they are definitely not stupid.
But sometimes their money story does not match their real values.
That is a very important idea.
So let's pause for a moment and ask a simple question.
If we stopped your life right now and asked what truly matters to you, what would you say?
Many people might say family.
Some people might say health.
Others might say learning and personal growth.
Some people might also say financial freedom.
And others might say community or helping people.
Now imagine we compare those answers with your spending from last month.
This is often the moment when things feel a little uncomfortable.
Because modern life often pushes people to become materialistic.
Materialistic means caring too much about buying things and owning objects.
Instead of focusing on experiences, values, or relationships with people.
For example, someone might say, "My family is my top priority."
But their bank statement might show something different.
The bank statement might show spending on food delivery
Or expensive gadgets.
or random late-night online shopping.
I must admit that this situation was exactly my experience.
I often said that my health was important to me.
But my spending told a very different story.
My money was going to fast food, sugar, and unnecessary apps.
Many of those purchases were what we call discretionary spending.
Discretionary spending means money spent on things that are not essential.
It is not money for rent.
It is not money for basic groceries.
It is not money for electricity or important bills.
It is money for extra things that you choose to buy.
For example, small coffees every day.
Or multiple streaming subscriptions.
Or little treats and online orders that happen again and again.
When I realized this, I started building my first money habit.
And the habit was very simple.
Put your money where your values are.
First, write down 3 to 5 things that truly matter to you.
Then look at your spending from the previous month.
Ask yourself an honest question.
Does my spending match my values?
You do not need to fix everything in one night.
Even moving a small amount of your spending can make a difference.
For example, spending a little less on random shopping and using that money for a book.
Or an online course.
Or healthier food.
Or putting some money into savings.
When your money and your values begin moving in the same direction,
you start feeling more financially aware.
Even if your finances are not perfect yet.
That is the beginning of financial literacy.
Now we start seeing the truth more clearly.
On one side, we have our values.
On the other side, we have our bank statement.
But there is an important problem.
If we do this exercise only one time, we may forget it later.
That is why the second habit is not about one big decision.
It is about a small monthly ritual.
So, Jack, how did you make sure you did not repeat the same mistakes every month?
I started something I call a monthly money check-in.
What exactly is a money check-in?
It is a simple 30-minute moment once a month.
During that time, you focus only on your finances.
I put my phone on silent mode.
I sit down calmly.
And sometimes I make a cup of tea.
So it becomes like a peaceful meeting with your bank account.
Yes, it feels more like a friendly coffee date than a scary experience.
That sounds much better than avoiding your finances.
Before I started this habit, I was almost living paycheck to paycheck.
Living paycheck to paycheck means using almost all your salary before the next one arrives.
It means there is almost no savings or safety.
And that situation often creates stress every month.
During my monthly check-in, I ask myself 3 simple questions.
Let's go through those questions slowly.
The first question is very direct.
Where did my money actually go this month?
Not where I think it went.
But where the bank statement shows it went.
This step is about looking at reality without blaming yourself.
The second question is about direction.
Did my spending choices move me closer to my goals?
Or did they move me further away from them?
Sometimes that question can feel uncomfortable.
But discomfort is often the beginning of growth.
The third question is very practical.
What is one small focus for the next 30 days?
Not 5 different goals.
Just one simple improvement.
For example, cooking more meals at home.
Or paying bills earlier so you do not fall behind.
To fall behind on bills means not paying them on time.
When that happens, the amount you owe can become larger.
And the problem becomes heavier every month.
This monthly check-in does not suddenly make you rich.
But it stops you from moving through life without paying attention to your money.
Emotionally, it also changes how you feel.
You start to feel like a responsible adult managing your finances.
Instead of feeling like a child hiding from money problems.
But I still had another challenge.
What was that problem?
Even when I wanted to be responsible, my brain was very lazy with boring tasks.
Oh, I know that kind of brain very well.
It is the brain that says, I will set that payment later.
And then later never actually comes.
Yes, exactly. That was my situation for a long time.
So what helped you change that habit?
That's where my third money habit helped me a lot.
Now I'm curious. What did you actually change?
I realized something important about myself.
What was that realization?
I understood that I could not trust my memory for important money tasks.
That sounds very honest.
Instead of relying on my memory, I decided to let systems handle the boring work.
So you created automatic systems for your money.
Yes, I automated the basic financial tasks.
That sounds practical, but can you give us some examples?
Of course, that's a fair question.
Please explain what you did step by step.
First, I set up automatic payments for my rent.
That means the rent is paid automatically every month,
Yes, I also did the same thing for other fixed bills.
such as electricity, internet, or phone bills.
Exactly. Those payments were scheduled to happen right after payday.
That sounds very organized.
I also created an automatic transfer to my savings account.
And that transfer also happened on the same day as your salary.
Yes, the money moved automatically before I could spend it.
That means the important things happened first.
Exactly. They happened before I could forget or change my mind.
So instead of fighting with yourself every month, you created one smart system.
Yes, I made one good decision, and then the system repeated it every month.
That sounds like putting your finances on autopilot.
Yes, that's a good way to describe it.
Autopilot means something runs by itself.
It continues working without needing constant control from you.
That must have reduced many stressful moments.
Yes, it really did.
What changed after you set up those automatic systems?
I still needed to think about some financial choices.
But the number of money emergencies became much smaller
I was no longer surprised by bills.
because they were already organized and scheduled.
Exactly. Everything became more predictable.
It sounds like you were taking care of your future self.
That's a beautiful way to describe it.
It's like telling your future self, I know you might be tired later.
I'll prepare things for you now.
That's a quiet and kind way to respect yourself.
Yes, it shows responsibility and self-care.
Now let's look at the situation again.
Your spending now matches your values a little more.
You also have a monthly money check-in.
And the boring financial tasks are now on autopilot.
But there is still a big question in many people's minds.
Yes, many people are thinking about investing.
Investing often sounds complicated and scary.
That is why habit number 4 is important.
And this habit is not about huge amounts of money.
It is more about changing how we think about extra money.
So, what did extra money mean to you before you changed your habits?
To be honest, every time I had extra money, it felt like it was burning a hole in my pocket.
That is an interesting expression.
When money is burning a hole in your pocket, it means you feel a strong desire to spend it quickly.
It feels like the money is waiting to disappear.
Exactly. The moment I saw extra money, my brain said, we deserve to buy something.
The money almost feels like a small child shouting, "Spend me now!"
Yes, that was exactly my situation.
What was the first thing you usually spent that extra money on?
Often it was food or some random item from an online store.
That is very common behavior.
But eventually I realized something important.
What did you learn?
I learned that you do not need a huge amount of money to start making smarter decisions.
Small changes can still create big improvements.
My new habit became very simple.
What was the new question you asked yourself?
When I saw extra money, I stopped asking only one question.
Before, the question was probably, "What can I buy?"
Exactly, but now I also ask a second question.
And what is that question?
What small part of this money can I keep for my future self?
That changes the focus from only the present moment.
Yes, the focus becomes both now and later.
Sometimes that saved part goes into long-term investing.
Other times, it goes into a clear savings goal.
Of course, we are not giving financial advice here.
We are simply talking about a healthier attitude toward money.
Instead of treating every extra coin like candy,
You start treating some of that money like a seed.
a seed is something small that can grow over time.
Yes, that seed can grow into financial stability.
And it can also reduce fear about the future.
But there is another trap that many people experience.
What kind of trap are you talking about?
Many people spend hours learning about money.
They watch many financial videos.
They read online discussions and social media threads.
They listen to podcasts about investing.
But even after all that learning, nothing in their life changes.
That sounds very familiar.
Yes, that was exactly my situation for a long time.
And that is where my fifth habit began.
At that time, I realized something about myself.
What did you notice?
I had become a compulsive money learner.
Compulsive means doing something again and again without real control.
Even when you know the activity is not helping you improve.
So you watched many videos and saved many ideas.
Yes, I watched, liked, and saved financial content.
But at the end of the day, you changed nothing.
Exactly. My brain felt busy and productive.
But my bank account stayed exactly the same.
That is when I created a new personal rule.
What was that rule?
Whenever I learn something new about money, I take one small action on the same day.
That sounds like a powerful habit.
Yes, because knowledge becomes real only when we act on it.
Can you give us some real examples?
Of course.
Let's hear what that looks like in daily life.
For example, if I watch a video about bank fees,
What do you do next?
I open my banking app and check if I can remove or reduce a fee.
That is a very practical step.
If I hear someone talking about budgeting,
You create a small plan.
yes, I write a simple budget just for the next week.
That makes the idea real immediately.
If I learn about emergency funds,
What action do you take?
I move even a tiny amount of money into a separate savings place.
That is where financial literacy truly begins.
It does not grow from watching hundreds of videos.
It grows from taking many small actions.
Each small action builds confidence.
And you start trusting yourself more.
You are no longer only a listener.
You become a person who takes action.
There is still one more area that many people avoid.
Even when they start improving their money habits.
And that area is talking about money with other people.
Yes, talking about money used to feel very uncomfortable for me. That is why habit 6 became very important in my life.
I understand that feeling. Many people feel nervous when they talk about money. So, Emma, what made money conversations so difficult for you in the beginning?
At first, I felt ashamed. I thought that everyone else understood money better than me. I believed I was the only person who was confused about it. Because of that feeling, I stayed quiet, even with my close friends.
That happens a lot. In many cultures, money is almost a taboo topic. People can joke about many things, but they often avoid talking about money or numbers.
Yes, that is very true. But later, I realized something important. When I listened carefully to other people, I discovered that most of us are not stupid. We are just scared or unsure about money.
That realization can really change how we think. So, Emma, how did you start changing this situation?
I started having small and honest conversations with people that I trust. I did not try to show off. I did not try to compare myself with them. I simply wanted to learn from them.
That sounds like a good approach. What kind of questions did you ask them?
I asked simple questions like, how do you plan your monthly budget? Or what app do you use to track your expenses? These questions helped me learn new ideas.
That is a very practical way to learn. And when you talk with a partner about money, it is also important to be on the same page.
Yes, being on the same page is very important. When two people are on the same page, it means they understand the situation clearly and agree on the plan.
Exactly. When couples understand each other's money goals, they fight less with each other and work together for the same goal.
So, the simple habit is this: stop hiding from money conversations. Choose one safe person and ask one honest question.
But even when we start talking about money, there is still a quiet fight inside our minds.
Yes, that inner fight is very real. We want to enjoy life now, but we also do not want to feel stressed about money later.
That tension between now and later is exactly what Habit 7 is about. Emma, what did that inner fight sound like in your mind?
Many times when I decided not to buy something, I felt deprived.
Deprived means feeling like you don't have enough, or feeling like something important is missing from your life.
Yes, that is exactly how it felt. We live in a world that constantly tells us to buy the newest things. If we don't buy them, we feel like we are missing out.
That is very true. And sometimes people look very materialistic on the outside. They keep buying things and posting pictures online. But inside, they may still feel empty or deprived.
Yes, that is why I decided to change the meaning of the word no in my mind. When I say no to something today, I also say yes to something better in the future.
That is a very powerful way to think. For example, you might say no to an expensive dinner today, but say yes to having less stress at the end of the month.
Exactly. In the past, I sometimes called myself boring or too frugal.
Frugal means being careful with money and not wasting it. Some people think being frugal is negative, but it can actually be a smart and peaceful habit.
Yes, now I see frugal choices as acts of self-respect. They are not punishments anymore.
So now when you say no to something, you're not saying you don't deserve it. You're saying that you deserve a more peaceful future.
That is exactly how I think now. And when you start thinking like that, another important question appears in your mind.
What is that question?
The question is this: if I'm saying no to some things, what am I saying yes to?
That is a great question. So, Emma, what was your strongest yes?
My strongest yes was not buying more stuff. My strongest yes was learning new skills.
That brings us to Habit 8. Emma, what does spending money on skills mean in your life?
For a long time, I spent my extra money on things that looked nice, but didn't really change my future. I was trying to keep up with the Joneses without realizing it.
The phrase keep up with the Joneses means trying to have the same things as other people, like neighbors, friends, or people on social media, so you don't feel less than them.
Yes, that is exactly what I was doing before. But later, I started spending some of my money on learning skills instead.
What kind of skills did you invest in?
I joined a public speaking workshop. I also took a short course about video editing. I even bought a book that helped me learn how to manage projects better.
Those are very useful skills, and the best thing about skills is that they don't disappear after a week.
Exactly. Skills stay with you for a long time. They help you grow and improve.
Did those skills change anything in your life?
Yes, they did. They helped me find better projects, improve my work, and feel more confident about myself.
So instead of trying to impress other people, you started keeping promises to your future self.
Yes, that is a perfect way to say it. Now, before I buy something, I ask myself one important question.
What question do you ask yourself?
I ask, will this still matter to me in 3 years?
That is a very smart question. If the answer is yes, it might be a useful tool or a skill that's worth paying for.
And if the answer is no, then it might just be my old habits trying to spend money quickly again.
In that moment, the best thing is to pause and think.
Yes, I take a deep breath, put my phone down, and sometimes simply close the shopping tab.
That small action can save a lot of unnecessary spending.
And when you look at all these habits together, they are not big, dramatic changes.
They are simply small choices that you repeat again and again every day.
And over time, those small choices slowly create a calmer and stronger financial life. When we look at all these habits together, they are actually very simple steps.
Yes, they are not big, dramatic changes. They are small actions that slowly improve our financial life.
For example, one honest look at your personal values can change how you think about money.
And one simple monthly check-in can help you understand where your money is going.
One simple monthly check-in can also help you understand where your money is going.
Setting up a few automatic payments can also remove a lot of stress from your life.
Taking one small action after learning something new about money can also make a big difference. Having one honest conversation with someone you trust can help you understand money better.
And sometimes you need to have a few brave moments where you say no to unnecessary spending.
Another helpful step is using some of your money to learn skills instead of only buying things.
When you repeat these small actions again and again, your relationship with money slowly becomes healthier.
Step by step, money stops feeling like a scary and mysterious problem.
Instead, you begin to feel like the main character in your own financial story.
And there's another beautiful benefit while you are doing all of this.
Your English is also improving at the same time.
Yes, because you are not only learning vocabulary.
You are also using those words to talk about your real life and your real experiences.
Before we finish, I think it would be helpful to slow down and review some of the important money words we used today.
That is a great idea. If people can really use these words, they can talk about money like adults in English.
Exactly. Instead of only saying good or bad, they can express deeper ideas.
So let us take a calm and simple word tour together.
You can repeat the words after us, or simply listen and understand their meanings.
Let us start with words that describe how people feel about money and possessions.
The first word is materialistic.
A materialistic person cares too much about buying things and owning objects.
They often care more about possessions than experiences, values, or relationships.
For example, when I was younger, I was very materialistic.
I often believed that buying new clothes or gadgets would make me happier.
Social media can also make people more materialistic.
That happens because people constantly see pictures of other people's new things online.
Now, let us repeat the word together. Materialistic.
Materialistic.
The next word is deprived.
When someone feels deprived, they feel like something important is missing from their life.
It can mean they feel they do not have enough of something meaningful.
For example, even when some people have many possessions, they may still feel emotionally deprived.
Another example is when children grow up deprived of education.
That situation can strongly affect their future opportunities.
Let us repeat the word together. Deprived.
Deprived.
Now, let us look at another word that sometimes makes people nervous.
The word is frugal.
Frugal means being careful with money and not wasting it unnecessarily.
Some people think this word has a negative meaning.
But actually, being frugal can be very wise and peaceful.
For example, my grandparents are very frugal in their daily lives.
But they are also very generous when something truly important happens.
Being frugal with small daily expenses can help people save money for big goals.
Now repeat the word frugal.
Frugal.
Now let us move to some words that describe habits and behaviors.
The next word is compulsive.
When a behavior is compulsive, a person repeats it again and again.
They often do it without much control, even when they know it's not helpful.
For example, some people have a compulsive habit of checking their bank app many times a day.
Others might become compulsive online shoppers when they feel stressed.
Now repeat the word compulsive.
Compulsive.
Let us look at a common expression now.
The phrase is burning a hole in your pocket.
When money is burning a hole in your pocket, you feel a strong desire to spend it quickly.
It becomes difficult to keep that money without using it.
For example, when someone receives a big bonus at work.
That extra money may start burning a hole in their pocket.
Another example is when people always spend their extra cash immediately.
In that case, it becomes difficult for them to build savings.
Now repeat the phrase, burning a hole in your pocket.
Burning a hole in your pocket.
Now let us talk about another useful phrase.
The phrase is discretionary spending.
Discretionary spending means money that people spend on non-essential things.
These are things that are not necessary for basic living.
For example, eating at restaurants, streaming services, and buying extra clothes.
Basic expenses like rent, electricity, and essential food are not discretionary spending.
For example, someone might reduce their discretionary spending on takeout meals.
Then they can use that saved money to pay for a course or learn a new skill.
When people track their discretionary spending, they often discover where small amounts of money slowly add up.
Now repeat the phrase discretionary spending.
Discretionary spending.
Finally, let's look at one important big picture idea about money.
The phrase is financial literacy.
Financial literacy means understanding how money works in real life.
It includes knowing how to earn money, save money, spend wisely, and plan for the future.
It is not only about learning theories or complicated formulas.
It is about understanding how to manage money in everyday life.
When people improve their financial literacy, they feel more confident and less afraid about money.
And that confidence can slowly lead to a more stable and peaceful future.
Schools teach math, but even then, many people do not feel confident about managing money.
Yes, that is why building financial literacy is so important. It helps you understand money and feel less afraid of your bank account.
Let's repeat together. Financial literacy.
Financial literacy.
Another important phrase is live paycheck to paycheck.
If you live paycheck to paycheck, almost all of your salary is gone before the next paycheck arrives.
This means there is no safety money, no extra for emergencies, and people often feel stressed.
For example, many families live paycheck to paycheck and feel anxious at the end of each month.
I wanted to stop living paycheck to paycheck and even build a small emergency fund.
Repeat with me. Live paycheck to paycheck.
Live paycheck to paycheck.
A related phrase is fall behind on bills.
To fall behind on bills means you do not pay your bills on time, and then the money you owe grows bigger and more stressful.
For example, when he lost his job, he started to fall behind on bills.
Or, if you plan carefully, you can catch up if you ever fall behind on bills.
Repeat together. Fall behind on bills.
Fall behind on bills.
Now, let's talk about money and other people with the phrase keep up with the Joneses.
Keep up with the Joneses means trying to have the same things as neighbors, friends, or people online so you do not feel less than them.
For example, they bought a new car just to keep up with the Joneses, not because they really needed it.
Or, if you always try to keep up with the Joneses, you may never feel satisfied with what you have.
Repeat together. Keep up with the Joneses.
Keep up with the Joneses.
The last phrase for today is on the same page.
If you are on the same page with someone, it means you both understand the situation the same way and agree on the plan.
For example, I want to be on the same page with my partner about our monthly budget.
Or, before starting a project, the team made sure they were all on the same page.
Repeat together. On the same page.
On the same page.
So, that was our calm word tour for today.
If you can use even a few of these words to talk about your money, your habits, or your future, you are already speaking at a strong B2 level.
And remember, you do not have to remember everything today.
You can always come back, listen again, and practice using these words when you talk about your own money story in English.
The most important thing is not to learn every word perfectly.
It is better to take one small step after this episode.
Maybe you can sit for 5 minutes with your banking app and just look at your spending.
Or you can write down your top 3 priorities for your money this month.
Or maybe you just choose one simple habit you want to try this month.
And if you want to practice English, you can write one sentence in the comments.
For example, right now my money habit is, or the change I want to make is,
We would really love to read your sentences.
and who knows, your sentence might give courage to someone else who feels the same way.
So be kind to yourself and go slowly.
Remember, you are not behind.
You are just starting the next chapter of your life with more awareness.
Take care of your money,
Take care of your English.
and take care of your peace of mind. This is Emma.
And this is Jack.
You have been listening to the Talk Ema.
Bye and keep learning.
Your progress does not end here.
To continue growing your English skills, click on the next video.
Or explore the additional videos we have thoughtfully selected for you.
Keep practicing and your English and money habits will grow together.
Small steps every day can make a big difference.
Yes, and you are already on your way.